I think we're good here too, though. It's in a stream room. I don't think I did that on Sunday. I remember this time, though, in case anyone wants to join. I don't know if anyone's around, though. I think the only person that would be interested in Danganronpa is Max, and he's busy. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Alright, so let's get to it. We're gonna get right into it. We waited long enough. Hopefully we can complete this chapter tonight. We'll see how long it is for investigating and the trial. We will find out. No promises. Whoa, okay, we're good. Where do we need to go? Review the layout. No, that's not where I want to go. Oh, actually, I guess we can use this. We have to just go to the dining hall. No. Maybe the map will tell us something. Oh, she was right there. Whoops. Let's talk to her.
So,
I knocked on all the doors, but nobody answered. Did they all go to see what happened? Oh, then what about the second floor of the school? That's the one place that's new to all of us, so it seems like the natural place for... Okay, well, we'll go to the second floor then. Oh, we can't go from that way. I always forget. We gotta take a specific staircase. Hey, dude, what's up?
Yo!
Hey, Makoto, honestly, what do you think? Huh? About
We're
what?
serious.
About Byakuya. Do you think he's being brainwashed or what? I don't know. You know what be more that kind of... You know more about that kind of thing than me, right? What? What's that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, you're some kind of psychic, right?
Hey.
Listen, Makoto, I think you've completely misunderstood what it is I do. Okay? Listen, fortune telling is like...
Well?
It's totally different from brainwashing or hypnosis or any of that pseudoscientific bullcrap. I need you to understand that. They expect me to think fortune telling isn't pseudoscience. Sorry, but I don't want to get yelled at. Alright, alright. None of these guys know anything. We're just gonna go right to the stairs. Alright. Start with the rooms. Nope, can't go in that window. Look. You can check in here though. This is where the bathroom cleaning supplies are stored. I don't see anything useful in here. Okay, okay. Well, nothing happened in the bathroom. Just gotta go room by room. Everything good in here? Nothing in here. No other rooms there. Whoa. I got twisted up for a second. What's this? Oh, just telling you the floor of the school. I don't like this music, man. I don't like this music at all. Hey, you know what's up, dude? There's nothing here of interest, don't you agree? You should go look somewhere else. Alright, fine, jeez. I'm sorry. What's in here? Nothing in here either. Did we check all the rooms? Yeah, we did. What the hell? people in the gym? No. Where the hell is everyone? Nope. Nothing in there. Nothing in the store. First floor bathroom. They said second floor. Guess we'll try. Where's the bathroom? This is the sauna, isn't it? Nope, that ain't it. Got a lot of rooms in here though. The bathrooms. Okay, can't go in there. Doesn't look like anything's in the bathrooms. What else? What else is there? What's in here again? And the thing is, I don't remember from last stream if it said to go somewhere specific. That's still barred up. Is there a workout room? I don't think so. Don't want to go in there. In there. Where was the, wait, we have these bathrooms. There. No. Where was the... what's it called? I've seen something. I just don't know what. No, that wasn't the direction. Something in the laundry room? Don't look like it. Got some coins. I'm missing something. I just don't know where. I feel like there's something legitimately on the second floor. I just don't know where. Like, Hina even alluded to it. I just don't know what. Into the library, went over here. There was nothing in there. Where? Oh, I remember the place I'm thinking of. Where's the pool? Aha! See? Okay, so it was on the second floor. It's literally as you go up the steps. Alright. Into the bathroom we go. Uh-oh. Alright, we found it.
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
Uh-oh. Investigation?
It's all clear now.
Just as I thought. Yakuya.
I see.
Judging from what he just said, there can be no doubt a murder has really taken place. Come on. And the locker rooms, they're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious. It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. He was muttering, as if talking only to himself. Without waiting for a reply, he pressed his hand against the girls' locker room door. And the door swung open without a sound. Uh-oh. In that moment, time seemed to freeze. Oh, Jesus. Not Chihiro, dude, no! Well, there goes that. We still got, who we still got? We got Hina, we got Byakuya, Taka, Toko. I'm trying to remember all the names. We got a bunch of people. Who would want to go after? Oh, we got Sakura. Who would want to go after Chihiro? I don't know how long it took for me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at. But as soon as I did... Also, they strung her up. They didn't just kill her, they strung her up. A wild, almost primeval scream escaped from my mouth. Oh, nice. That's what that was? That's what that sound was? Aw, jeez. I tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Yakuya, on the other hand.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow, and something's been written on the wall in blood. It says bloodlust. Yep, I just read that. Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, a little. They killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling, too confused to understand what he was trying to say. And before I could even begin to clear my head.
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming. Did something... Alright. Ding dong. What's that smell? It's lust.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Aw, jeez. What the hell was that?
What?
Ah, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement? Then Chihiro really is...
Naturally.
dead. Yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go round everyone up. It seems another game has begun. It's one way to look at it, I suppose. Another life or death game to uncover a killer. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time at all passed. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body.
Damn.
Couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim. Which means we are now in the same position once again. Fuck, man. What the fuck is this? It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream. In fact, I haven't been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Jeez. Shut up. Fair enough. Alright. We gotta investigate. Blood on the dumbbell. No, there are more important things to worry about right now than a dumbbell. That's a clue! It has blood on it right there! Are you kidding? Okay, we'll talk to everyone first, I guess.
Just a second.
Wait,
Hey,
there's something written on the wall. Doesn't that concern you? On the wall? We already read that. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
so...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Oh shit. It's Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style. But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. The real... Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. Ah. What is it now? Toko. Hina was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No. Why? 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 More important things row sorry about. Dum. What? Good sentence there, Damaduki. Good dunk. She fainted. That did not sound good. Toko. Hina rushed over to collapse Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
Oh,
So she is hemophobic? I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like on purpose. Ah, so since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha.
just a second.
To worry. Oh, now it makes sense. Okay, Damaduki. Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she'd heard it. Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at the total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did it. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. Huh? What? Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? Choco, are you okay? I'm fine. Yeah. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
what the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right? Oh,
I
jeez.
see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room.
so,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me?
Mm-hmm.
If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? What? She totally ignored me. Very well, you take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation. The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that. Ugh.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
Right as rain. Aw, jeez. Here comes the bear. Taking to go out with it. Excuse me. Oh my god. But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. Feels bad, man. Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Makoto's really dumb, is what I was about to say. How is he not realizing what's going on yet? That another one of us killed a fellow classmate? What? Does that freak you out? He has got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Oh. What the fuck? Actually, I don't have any either. Sorry.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum.
It's the
Allow me to present
Monokuma
the next
file.
Monokuma file. I know how much... Oh my god. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya
Not really.
later.
So please, do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way!
Do we really gotta do another investigation? I really hope not, because I think I know who it is already. Based off what's been going on from last stream to this stream already. Examining the corpse of one of our friends. Having to suspect all of our other friends.
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey.
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. Oh, jeez. You are very enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
What, do you want to die?
Such ignorance.
Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space. Jeez.
Damn you!
A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect, or I'll beat some India.
Calm
I don't think now's the time to fight. You could question his morals later. Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said. Yeah, even if he was blunt about it. What? How could you already have an idea of who it is? Nobody's acted the least bit suspicious yet. Yes, they have. Kyoko.
Because...
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. I do wish it would play a little bit closer to the chest, and maybe it will later, but... this one was... oh well. If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
That's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
What?
Or, forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually...
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
So then...
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
Hey,
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting
Farewell for now.
you.
I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger. Which is
Interesting.
definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up.
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room. Nice. I'm gonna get dropped off.
there is nothing
Okay.
to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation tout sweet. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed
Is that
Chihiro,
okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. First of all, I'd better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. Jeez. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Oh. Well, at least it wasn't, like, I guess there was no suffering, but jeez. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Monokuma file number 2 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Hey Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know? So what do you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Why me? Makoto's a dumbass. Well, I mean, this is a video game. It's supposed to get harder over time. True, Genera. True. Where we dropping best girl, boys? What?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya in this one. Alright, can we finally look at the stuff? The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. Not going to be added to our clues. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
Don't imagine it could have been anything else. We did it. Locker room dumbbell has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright. You gotta look at the body too. You feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but...
What?
Well, we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. The poster. The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. That's just the splatter though, or is there more to it? Oh, it's just a splatter. I saw the letters in the top right as well. I thought that was a different message. Surveillance camera. The mastermind must have been watching as Chihiro was killed. They know what happened, and they're still forcing us to go through with this. Yup. Anything else? Don't think so. It's one of the monitors. Okay. Where do we want to go now? If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating. I don't think there's much else to do here. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know. Being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. That's what bothers you, Byakuya, not the things you've been saying. I think both are pretty bad. Well, it's an investigation. You gotta know what's happened. But still, the fact they do it with such ease is what's disturbing. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else, then carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. You're saying she came here to exercise? Well, according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. avoiding it. Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
Perhaps. But it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Sakura's account has been added. Alright, what about you, Mondo? Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about it, right? All I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. Oh my god, Makoto. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Alright, Mondo's account has been added. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already? Well, there's nothing in here.
what?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Yeah, to get into the locker room you need a card. Maybe we can see who scanned their cards, because you probably have to scan it twice. Even though they probably didn't, and it was just Chihiro. Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Didn't you want to help with the investigation, dude? If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
You have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Yeah, sure. Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. We already knew that. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right? Yup.
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Oh, I guess. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So, I think he's talking about stealing.
Are you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest on your figure out the rest your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall. That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader has been added. Someone stole it. We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? ... Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? The hunk of metal blocking the entrance seems some kind of machine. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No wait, there's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Sayaka. You're right. This is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. We were literally just here at this part. Why are we doing a flashback to this already? It was literally less than 2 minutes ago. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Main hall e-handbooks has been added.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. And the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. Yes, I remember. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment, which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Is Monokuma Toko now too? What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily, but it did. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and is waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Even the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What the hell? What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook has been added. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite. What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly and then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. What are you gonna show me? We already read that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Did that, and I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence. Does something like that really... Ah, hey, you two. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to
We're
play
busy.
with you.
Leave us alone.
I mean,
But it's an emergency. An emergency. Come on, please. You gotta help me. Well, that's wrong. What's going on?
Please.
This is a serious emergency. Please, please. You gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean,
But it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened?
well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat
Don't make
myself.
me repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure you'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it.
yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room most likely. You're right. Alright. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. Alright, let us in, Hina. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened to the girl in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff.
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Ring the doorbell. Can't ring the doorbell. May as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
what?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And there it is. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time, and I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? No, it does. I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down their door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Byakuya. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? Come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
what do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying. Ah, Bacula.
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's go back to the investigation. But we know who it is! She's Genocide Jack! She has a split personality or some bullshit because we saw it earlier. Come on. It's so simple. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
And you know why she did it? It's gonna be because he wanted to investigate it, and she's in love with him. She's obsessed with him. So she murdered because she knows that's what he likes doing, is investigating and stuff. He likes puzzles. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Her personality isn't split, you're a split. It's whatever the explanation is. It's gonna be split personality, Damaduki. You know it. And I hurried to catch up. Tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. What do you want? Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. There's no point in checking there. We need to find real clues. Okay. I'm sorry. Knock it off. What does the desk lamp matter right now? Okay, I'm sorry. There's no point in checking there. We need to find real clues. Remember, on the other side of the store, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. I thought that was the exit for a second. Good thing it wasn't. Well, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Ooh, without making a sound, I'll return the file to the shelf. That's great. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? I want to look at the lamp again. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Alright. There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these
That's
things?
enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or what? The Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. Dude, we got a conspiracy theorist in this fucking school now. Ah, fuck. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. There's a ton of thick files stuffed into the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't want to look at, ever. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? Diet is basically Japanese Pentagon or something like that. Oh. Today I learned. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean usually? Usual? Normal. Ordinary. Simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all of these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. He's part of it. Oh my god. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that would allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. Jesus. It's quite the hobby to have at such a young age. Like, how is that not traumatizing? It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. Among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Wow, glad you came to that conclusion, Makoto. You're so smart. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was almost certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question, because they are the actual Genocide Jack. Dun dun dun. It's not a copycat killer. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack. Yup. I came to that conclusion already. Because I'm better than Makoto. I don't need everything just spelled out instantly. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer who really is walking around among us?
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little gang. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Jeez. The ton of files of blah, all those files are blah blah. Okay, already did that. Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Oh, Jesus. They love scissors, or whatever those are. They look like scissors. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuna Taro, Takafumi Gono. I'm not reading all these. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. Were they all male as well? Because the pictures lead on to that. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Yeah, there's more than one page to a book. Profiling results? All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. I wonder who that could be. I wonder if I've said something close to this already.
So in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Oh really, you don't say? A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. This stuff isn't hard to grasp, Makoto. You're... Jesus, that's all I gotta say, Makoto. Genocide Jack case file has been added.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Oh wait, Byakuya. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play
Come
with
on,
you.
enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues. Thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend. There's one of us. But who is it? I have to find out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay. Well, that's back here. And before we go in, we need to save. We haven't saved at all this entire stream. But also, I need a new drink, and it's a little past 10 already, which means we've been going for an hour. So, now is a good time to stretch, get a drink, get some food, go to a bathroom, whatever you need. So go do that, and we'll take like a 5-minute break. So be back in 5 minutes. And yeah, So let's go to the screen real quick. There we go. Get a drink, food, whatever. 5-minute break. Go. flashback. Should be back on the normal screen. I got Diet Coke that I just opened. So good. So, let us continue. What are you doing here? Ifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. Oh geez. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see?
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? I don't think so. So where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorm. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Alright. Let's check the boys' locker room first. Huh, this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Okay. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet has been added. I don't think that's gonna show anything, but let's click it. Yeah. Okay. Further in we go. Oh, is this just the pool? Yeah, we don't need to go to the pool. Alright. Girls' locker room. Don't need to do anything with that. We already read all that. Posts are important now that we saw the other one. It's blood-stained post. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. The girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? What if they were? Why? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. 2 locker room posters have been added. Okay. There's a blood stain on the carpet. It can only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. I think we already have this one on. Yep. Okay, let's talk to Mondo. We already read that. I think we're gonna get the same thing from Sakura and Kyoko, but
Of course.
I use it every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. See, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with? Disappearing stain has been added. Well, we know where that stain's at.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember anything about any posters. Never really paid any attention to it. I see. The stain it made is gone now, and that does seem odd. If can only assume someone blah blah. Tell her, Makoto, you incompetent asshole. Come on, help out. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko returned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Chihiro's e-handbook has been added. Alright, look at the body again. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I'd better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended in the fatal blow. First, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Oh, shit. Status of the dead body. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. To figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Shit. Alright. Alright, let's go back to the library first. Let's talk to him again, though, since we investigated the locker rooms again.
I feel.
That's it.
Okay.
Well,
Alright, so he's just saying the same stuff. Why would that one carpet bloodstain be red? Oh, because no bloodstain. Stupid me. Should have figured. Yeah, good going, Damaduki. So much for being an investigator with me. Doing nothing to help out. Alright, we gotta go back into the archive room. Alright, this box is where the cord was at. The one box is empty. The extension cord was in there before. Desk lamp. Yep. I want to take another look at the case. I know it was around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? Well, the only one who would do something like that. Can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Oh shit. How is this not important? You said you had to revisit. Yeah, and that's where we found it. Anyway, whatever. Still more you need to check? The extension cord? There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. The lamp? Huh? The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. Lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. The last time I saw it, it was definitely on. And it was definitely right here. There we go. Well, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if the library desk lamp has been added. Alright. Good. So now we gotta talk to Hina. First we have to go downstairs and check the warehouse as well. Or the storage closet, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully Hina's just on the way here. Somewhere. Alright, we'll go to the warehouse first. Or a storage room, whatever you want to call it. Hey. What you got for me? Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Alright. So we have an eyewitness. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would ever have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Celeste's account has been added. So, do we need to check the trash room? To the trash room, and then we have to find Hina. This is the trash room, the dump, in other words. Oh, okay. Well, you know, it's worth a look. Could it be in the laundry room? It's a tracksuit. So it could have made its way to the laundry room somewhere. Doesn't look like it though. Alright, I'm sorry. It's worth a look, worth a look. We need to find where Hina's at. Hina's in there. Warehouse we already talked. So, to the dining room. You gotta ask her about the posters. Oh, Hina. How's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, you left her. My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yup, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? I think we figured it out. You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Hina's account has been added. Ding dong bing bong. Oh, is that it? Class trial time? We don't get to talk to Toko?
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Hopefully the class trial won't move so slow this time without the tutorial messages. That shit was infuriating. Yeah.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right?
Yup.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Alright, let's see if we can get this trial done tonight. Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin? The red door is right through here. Alright. We gotta save. Make a separate file just in case. There we go. Let us begin. So, is everyone ready to what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time. No shit.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to go, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. Woo. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle on to the elevator and let's get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. It was Toko. I hope, Byakuya, you're just trying to act like you don't know. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. All the way in the back on a little bit to the right of Mondo. It's Toko, right there. It's her. Alright, let's go. You have no choice, right? We have to do this. Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. Not much to speculate. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground, and as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. Here we go. And so the curtain opened up once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yeah, let's save. I don't think we need to do anything with that. It's skills though. Algorithm increases the speed of memorizing a statement, effective during the non-stop debate. Downshift reduces your aim speed, effective during the non-stop debate. Okay. I don't even know if I actually need these skills, but you know, whatever. Finish preparations. Here we go. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Sure are adamant about Best Girl being the murderer, but you're ignoring a vital piece of evidence. It's not Byakuya. Who cares about the extension cord? It's fucking Toko.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But If you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceives everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
He makes it sound like so much fun, but this is awful. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. It was the dumbbell. It was very clear.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Think you have some proof that— oh no. No, I didn't want to contradict it. I was agreeing. I wanted to say which it was.
I bet it was an iron pipe. Interesting.
I missed.
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
It wasn't an iron pipe, you idiot.
It appears it was.
He wasn't even part of the investigation.
I bet it was an iron. Interesting.
Stop! I'm trying to— son of a bitch.
Chihiro's. It appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt? I bet it was an iron pipe. No, that's wrong.
More about my preference that I've been stating this whole time.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the
preference?
fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yeah, that's what you do in an investigation, Hina.
Yay! That's so creepy!
You have to know what the fuck happened. How else are you gonna figure it out if you don't look at the fucking wound? Are you kidding?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
It was Toko.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Yup.
What? For real?
Yup.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Well, yeah, that's clear, but you have to point to a student with that, dude. Dama's preference has been added to the evidence pile? I don't even know what you mean by that. I don't know what you're trying to get at. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Hey, Tomoduki, remember when you said that we weren't gonna get these? For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's no way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. Alright, the case file. That's the only bullet we have for this
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
Alright. So we know which part it is.
The culprit is case closed.
But that's
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
There is proof.
Wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I don't wanna. The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
Dun dun dun!
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Yup.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What?
Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
He has a split personality.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Yup. Dissociative personality disorder, or split personality. Oh. What's the word I'm trying to spell here? Yes.
Now I understand.
It's a weird way to shorten it. Do people actually shorten schizophrenia
Is
to
it
that?
because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Is that like an actual thing?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
One thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, I'm fine. Yeah, we already read all this. We know.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Schizophrenia is an entirely different disease? The fuck, developers? I wonder if it's just a mistranslation.
In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Or it's just something they attach to it because of how old is this game, and people have just come to the conclusion that they're
So when Toko
not necessarily
trapped
the
herself
same
in her room,
after the
it's
fact.
because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Either way, I got the gist of what they were going for.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story.
Uh-oh.
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Well, you know, when you commit murder, pretty sure that's out of the bag.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
Dun dun dun.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's
Jesus.
the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Jesus.
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
It's her.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality!
Best girl has arrived, bitches. Dude, she's creepy. And why is her tongue like a snake's?
So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Oh my god, that face.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend? Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
Jeez.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
And yet it was anyway.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
So, what good did that do?
But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit!
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth!
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Uh-oh. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Okay, I just have to focus on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. The power cord?
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about
Scissors
that.
and the cord. You normally use the
I think there's a
scissors.
slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Oh, also that they're male.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and the stomach. You'll see a difference.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Please?
Are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Right, the second difference is related to how she was suspended. Photo, blah, blah. What was used to suspend her? Question for you, Pop. What's up?
What the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
The
What is
cord.
your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Why would I pick one of the killers as best girl? Did Byakuya fucking do the copycat? Oh my god.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so
Especially
naturally
a
I'm
killer
very
this early
picky
on in
about
the
the
plot.
tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Oh shit, here we go.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
I already discovered it.
Pattern.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Oh my god. Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is... I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. She was a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Blah, blah, blah. We already read all these names.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
He's creepy, Damaduki.
Now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly car!
I don't know what that means.
Slowly, Kurt.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
She handcrafts them. She would have found the way.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Jesus Christ, dude.
She's fully equipped!
Ramaduki, she's insane. How is she best girl for you?
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot! The rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Uh-oh.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Dot, dot, dot.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was...
Give me 1 second. Hold on. Hey, Pop, you ever catch a red herring before? Shut up, Genera. Alright, we're good. Read that. And most of the other girls here have virtually no personality compared to her, so it's partly a matter of defaulting to her as the most rambunctious character.
Because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
Well, this investigation still wasn't that hard, guys. Even though it fooled me at the beginning, okay? It was not difficult.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
But even then, what if it's still Toko, but not Genocide Jill, or Jack, or whatever, but the timid side, who just did it out of panic and tried, because she knew, listen, because she still knew about Genocide Jack's personality of her, you know? So she tried framing it as herself, and it's literally just gonna double back. We're gonna do a full 360.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms, they're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious. Seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
The carpet stain.
Okay then.
And the
What's
posters.
so strange about it? Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said, and you make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added. Great, glad. Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. We got file number 2 on hand. Alright.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
Afumi, shut up.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions.
How would he know who the victim was?
you wish you'd taken me with you?
How did he know who the victim was already at that
yeah,
point?
but he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who was... So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you?
I realize there's a clear contradiction there, because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we'd even found it. Okay, I need to make that contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural... The victim, what so of course I would suggest... There was no time... What's so strange? You wish you'd taken me with you?
Where do we shoot it at?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Don't seem really that makes me...
Shoot!
What?
So, you said Byakuya, but he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, so of course I would
suggest we check... There was no time... What's so strange? You wish you'd taken me with you?
Did I just shoot the original comment?
So, you said Byakuya, but he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
What?
Shoot! So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural... The victim, what so of course I would... There was no time... What's so strange? You wish you'd taken me with you?
So, you said Byakuya, but he was acting...
Is this how we do it? Because before we found the body?
That's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro.
There we go. Okay, I had to use the other comment to contradict that. I got it. I got it. I'm not reading that comment down, Manduki. That's not good at all.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead, show us.
The power cord. What's with his attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
Uh-oh, he's doubting himself.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean? ...
The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Make your argument. The desk lamp. So with the power cord.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope, was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference between... You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own... And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with some kind of...
That's right! Then there must be...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Oh my god.
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference between... You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was... It was some kind of...
That's right! Then there must be...
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
What?
Shoot!
Oh my god, I'm gonna lose.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, and I use those same...
But Chihiro... It was some kind of...
That's right! Then there must be...
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference between the... You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special... And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was
Come on.
suspended with... It was some kind of...
That's right!
Then there must be...
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never
seen that rope before in my life.
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What?
This has to be it, right?
You want me to explain it? When I want to kill, I use my very own specials, and I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
What the fuck?
Shoot!
What? The difference between the cases?
What am I doing here?
You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of...
That's right!
Then there must be...
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never
Seen
seen
that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had
it
it
hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, and I use those same...
But...
Do I just actually shoot the normal way?
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Oh
somebody
my
else must have had it
god.
Hidden away somewhere.
Do I just shoot it normally? Do I not have to use the memorize mechanic?
But Chihiro... It was some kind of...
That's right!
Then there must be...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, it's wrong.
Okay. Having all the mechanics are confusing me.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
I'm losing all my hearts though, man.
You've used the
I'm gonna
extension
lose.
cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Cora, what you doing?
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said is the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. The scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Dun dun dun.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys' and girls' locker rooms. No. I thought she couldn't mention the carpet, but... Oh, so it's the posters, never mind. We're not doing carpets, we're doing posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
No, the proof are some posters.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Oh my god, Jill, Genocide Jill.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I
Yeah,
was
the
in
stain.
the girls' locker room earlier,
Stain on the
I
carpet.
spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
I know what you mean, Gennaro Kendamaduki.
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
It's 100% true now too, because they just figured out how they moved the, what you want to call it, where the Chihiro was suspended.
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
We already know how.
To get into the locker room, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
Yes, she did.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
You didn't know what was going on the whole way through? Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gone into the boys' locker room somehow? Yup.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
You're right, if Chihiro was able to use Leon's handbook, she can get into the boys' locker room. But when we found Leon's handbook in the main hall, there was no doubt that it was, in which case we can really say that she used it.
Is it really possible?
So do we just have to
She must have hacked. She was
contradict that?
Sure, that would have.
No, I don't. She used the thing. Huh?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Yeah, we can just do
No,
that.
that's wrong.
Easy. Figured as much. Had to make sure I didn't have to memorize nothing.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Nope.
if you can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Nope.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
We're breaking the... We're going on recess. Trials have recess.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
And he's just gonna go
Well,
right
all
along
right
with
then.
it.
I declare an official class
See, yeah,
trial
a recess. See, I know the trial jargon.
Huh? For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
All right. So, speaking of taking a oh, hold on. So, before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... the crime scene.
The girls' locker room?
Okay. This is where we're gonna pause. Can I do that so you can still listen to music? Yeah. All right. It's been like another hour, so let's take a small break. Another like 5-minute break. Get some food, get a drink, whatever you need. And we'll be back in 5 minutes. We are back. Let's continue this.
You've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again.
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
I think moral grounds, but yeah.
Very well. I'll do it.
Oh god.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
Why can't Kyoko just come out and say it?
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Jesus.
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy!
Ah, I see. So she was
There it is.
actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
And it may bring us to the 360 I was talking about, Damaduki, so it was Toko.
What? You're joking, right?
Although she still didn't use the scissors, so I don't know.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Oh my god.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Dot, dot, dot.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then,
Why didn't
let's
Kyoko-
resume the class trial.
Why didn't Kyoko just say that though? Why do we have to... I can't believe you're still on about that, Pop. It could totally still be Toko. Look, I'm just saying, it's not out of the realm of possibility still. It's probably Byakuya, but you know.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind. Alright, popcorn. That's what's crossing my mind right now.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Yup.
So, Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Seems that way.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Yeah, it does make, like, I guess so people wouldn't discover instantly that Chihiro was a guy, and so it would make sense that she was in the girls' locker room,
Well,
or he.
I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
I think I'm not very good at puzzles.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
He's an accomplice, but he did it for fun. He's like the ultimate prodigy, or prodigy, something. I'm pretty sure it means prodigy.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead, find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Oh my god. I am eating way too much popcorn, so I need to put this away real quick. Hold on. And now my dog's looking because I made that noise. I had to do it again because he's funny. Oh my god. Alright, give me 1 minute. I need to make sure this is out of my sight, otherwise I'm gonna eat more. We're good, we're good, we're good.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Is Taka the killer?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
I think this is a bit more complicated than hide and seek. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means...
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook was apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
Oh,
it's
I missed.
all over.
Well,
You
guess
wanna
we
know
gotta see
who
the rest
saw
now.
the victim? The killer! And only the killer! And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man! Game over!
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Well, as a matter of fact, there is an eyewitness. Okay.
Isn't there a single clue?
Did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the... Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah.
It's over! You wanna know who saw the victim? The killer! And only...
There we go.
No, that's wrong!
It's a good thing I missed that first one.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
The marvel of friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
The duffel bag. Oh, now I want to kind of figure this out before the game just spells it out for me. Because we never did find the duffel bag. The handbooks were taken care of. We already figured all that out earlier. That was easy. I imagine it's whoever... Because they said it switches per week, right? In the game? It's whoever is the trash guy, right? Because if they can open the gate, then they just throw it into the incinerator, and you don't come across a Leon situation where some of it accidentally falls out, because you can stand right there with the gate open, right in front of the incinerator, and make sure everything gets in to destroy it.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. There's no way we're not using the truth bullet this time, because we've already used that.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
Oh my god.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
That's right, what he said just now is really odd. How did he know something like that? Wait.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask,
Have to re-listen.
why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit
Mondo,
is black.
no!
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse.
Yeah, I
if you
just
must
read
know.
that, Generok. I just realized
Did any
it.
of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit
Oh
is?
my god, Mondo!
Not a chance.
You heard him,
Mondo,
right?
you're supposed to be a nice guy.
First of all, we know that he was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing!
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as my tracksuit is black.
What?
Shoot!
Do I just have to click? I probably don't have to do the
First
truth
of all,
thing,
we
right?
know where Chihiro was headed.
He was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
Choose the specific.
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched
And
the
yeah,
one
just
the
click
culprit...
blue.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit?
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
Celeste's account still works there.
Hold on a
I
second,
thought
Mondo.
it was not going to
What
be
did you
needed.
just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Dun dun dun.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Oh my god, Mondo was the cool guy though, dude.
Because I just...
We were gonna go fucking motorcycle riding after all this shit was done, dude.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Dun dun dun. 2 red herrings and it turned out to be Mondo. Fuck, dude.
But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Really?
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
That's unfortunate for Mondo's fucking habits, huh?
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Oof.
Mondo, was it really you?
Goddamn, Mondo.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
If only you called everyone dude. That's what everyone does nowadays anyway.
I didn't kill
Everyone
anyone.
refers to dude as just neutral, you know?
You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Because you murdered someone.
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
Oh, right, and fucking Taka just became best buds with him, too. Oh,
It's
no.
true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Thesis was kind of right. Tracksuit was an extremely important to the plot. I just thought that it would reveal that Chihiro was a guy and that would prove Byakuya. Nope. Seems like it's different color per individual, not based off gender.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
If you actually have something,
Oh, yeah,
say it.
That reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
May as well throw it out there just in
Jeez,
case.
Does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
What is that?
What do you have there? It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... It's mine.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
They're not.
You're right. They're not.
Thanks, Monokuma. It's been a while since you said a word.
They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. Its weak point.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
We didn't find out what it was.
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
Yeah.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Well, someone else already figured it out, so...
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Oh, shit.
I flippin' knew it!
The sauna.
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air
The more
of
you
the
know.
sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried.
Who knew we'd learn so much about saunas in this game?
That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Taka's like me. It's like, oh shit, this is interesting. This is just an interesting fact. Has nothing to do with anything, but it's cool.
Of knowledge. Anyway, if you found the
Which-
victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Because his own handbook broke. Because he was in the sauna the other day with Taka.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
And he's the one that kept his clothes on. While Taka had only the towel or whatever. Because Mondo's stupid.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
It was Mondo. He's
Here's
angry.
my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
Yup, I remember.
And for the contest,
Yeah.
Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
Because he's an idiot, unlike Taka. But I mean, they're both idiots for just basically killing themselves in the
But
sauna
little did
almost.
he realize he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Okay.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Sure, Mondo's handbook broke during their sauna showdown. If I can just prove that, then that will show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be...
Let's test
Oh, he has
Makoto's assertion.
Leon's.
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is then that proves
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
How do I... Which one do I choose, though?
let's test
If what he says is you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's then that proves
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Excuse me. Fine. Let's try just shooting the normal thing from Mondo here.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook and that proves that what
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Please shoot it. Oh my
See?
god.
Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
How do you slow down time again? Oh, space.
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just...
No, that's wrong.
There we go. Wait, why the hell did Byakuya mess with the crime scene? He wanted to make it interesting.
Is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
Yup.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook?
We already talked about this. No, it's a loophole.
Here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
Oof, that's unfortunate.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
One way of looking at it.
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
Oof.
What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
I think we were wrong.
You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Oh shit. I don't want to do this part, man. This is always the hardest part. Alright, let's go. Start at the beginning. Do do do. Where would go here? She notices. He gets nervous. Then what? He walks towards the door? No, because he doesn't stuff it till after that. No, never mind. That's not it. Or will more pop up as I start using them? Okay, so let's skip that one for now. So he goes for the door. Mondo says hey. Uses the card reader. Correct? There we go. That should be good. Puts it in the locker. Does... What is that? Oh, putting it in the locker still. Then what? Picks up the dumbbell. Insta-kill. Rolls up the carpet. Moves it. Or no. I don't know what that is. What is that? I can't tell what that is either. This is... Oh my god, I hate this. I wish there were more images to go off of. Because the way it transitions is really, like, abrupt, it feels like. Yeah, usually from top to bottom, I know, but, like, right here, it's just right to left. That's why I'm looking. It's just... There's really no, what do you want to call it? There's no visual indicators to show where it goes from. It's just abrupt, switches. A lot of these. So it's difficult. Maybe that one? Picks him up. Has the card. So goes to that door, the girls' dorm. Or locker, whatever. Gets in. What do they do when they get in? Opens it. He discovers the body. Has the cord in hand. For some reason he did all this. Not entirely sure why still. Writes that. Act 5. Takes... Throws it there. Looks at the handbook first. Alright, so we're just missing... Okay. So we have to rearrange some of these items. That should still work. I don't like this one. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if I like that one either. I guess it could go, since he's cleaning it up, I guess you can assume he switches the poster here too. I still don't know what this one is though. I guess the duffel bag? Oh yeah, because she looks at it. She notices it, and then that's when... Okay. Wait, we missed one here. Put that there. Okay, okay. Tears the poster off. Goes to the locker room, opens it up, switches everything. Could it also be... No. That's gonna be fine. He has the cord in hand, does that. I think this is good.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Let's see if I got this first try,
At
guys.
the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who is apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Oh my god. What would this be here? Huh? Did I miss something? How are you? Wouldn't. What? What if these decides that him going towards the door should explain? Wait, is it literally just switching those two?
Here's exactly what happened. With bag in hand, Chihiro had... She made her way to the locker, but how could the victim...
Oh my god. It was literally just switching those two.
Simple,
oh my god.
Because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Instant death.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Really?
Here's exactly what happened. After all, using...
That's not right either? Should be showing that he got in. The weapon? No, because he's carrying him. And it wouldn't be putting the poster up either, would it? It should be showing that he got in. Wouldn't it? These recap segments really are just a waste of time? Yeah. And the flow, again, the flow of them is really strange sometimes, which leaves it confusing. Did I put something else here that shouldn't go? He has the cord in hand, that works. That works. That's definitely not it, and that's definitely not it. So it has to be something that I haven't used. It's not one of those. Because with this, it could be literally either of these, couldn't it? It could be him putting the poster back up or him putting the weapon down. If it's not opening the door, which makes the most sense, and it's not that one, even though that makes sense too, it's like, oh, he's peering in now that he's not carrying the body in the shadow, I suppose. So I guess putting up the poster?
Here's exactly what happened. After all, using one of... And that's exactly how the killer did it.
Whatever. He went from carrying a body to putting down the poster, but then still carrying the body. I don't,
With the
whatever.
carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Oh my god, I have one chance left. I really hope that's opening up the door. Or is it that one? Because it's a sauna. It's not the dumbbell. It's not that. We're gonna imagine that he opens the door because in the next frame, the door's open.
The killer is you!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I refuse to give up yet!
So stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see if I remember. trying to... There we go. Oh, wait. Fuck. I fucked up. Hold on. And then I forgot this is stupid. That had to be that. And that had to be that.
Here's exactly what happened. First,
Alright, we skip through all this.
last at the time. That's
I guess so, Generic. You can get
Dragon-
hints.
She would help. Simple, which is once inside. It seems likely.
Got through all this.
And that
How could Mondo kill someone, dude?
it was like. Which is why the killer hurried to then remove and find a girl's handbook. But this alone doesn't. After using, and that's exactly the carpet. They changed the lip. That could have Yakuya just. So he went. He used. Then he wanted to.
Oh, there we go.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Finally.
Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Wait! No, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof.
We already provided all the proof.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If we can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. Oh my god, why? The element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, I guess. Let's talk a little bit about Fever Time and what? Nega Time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, Fever Time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push right mouse button, left mouse button, right mouse button, left mouse button, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. but this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. So make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So we've also prepared something called... Oh my god. I've never seen that word. No, Damaduki. If the opponent activates it during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, they won't use it. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
How do I choose again? I forget.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt.
I don't...
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
I don't know what I just did there, but it worked.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Dun dun dun. We did it!
Bro, what are you saying?
Bruh.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
Poor Taka.
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
This ain't something to celebrate, machine.
What?
Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he could kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. No. Anyway, there once was a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy, but no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and he was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. He's weak. I'm weak. Weak. Alright, he read that one out. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet,
I'm sorry.
don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's my
I want
chance.
to change.
Going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made the commitment to begin exercise. Oh, it clicked. Begin exercising. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
Because Mondo betrayed him. When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to,
Yeah, that's right.
it was me. It sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. ... Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. Not Sakura? Literally the strongest in this entire school, dude? That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to
Correct.
that. So then that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
It could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then, Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed. So what was his secret?
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know? Even if it meant killing someone?
Wrong.
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Oh no. Shit, dude. Why'd he do that? Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. There's a lot of backstory here, dude. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why.
I just...
Gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. Oh shit. During the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Ooh... So not direct death, but a noble sacrifice type death. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Dude. In the anime, Mondo is the one to divulge the details of his secret here? Oh. Because it's the team, you and me put together. It's a promise between men. Damn. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am,
What?
I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had, so I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. Holy crap, dude. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro.
I killed Chihiro.
Even after all this
time.
time.
Oh shit, he's talking now.
I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was the secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Don't strike Monokuma, otherwise you die too, dude. Don't do it. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want, is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now, because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing? Makoto, you know what happened last time. You mean execution?
Well now,
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace would be punished.
Ridiculous!
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Uh-oh. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Oh shit. How'd he die? Did he just go flying into something? Oh my god. He went so fast he just turned into a liquid? What the fuck? Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Oh shit. Taka's not doing good. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Yakua?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? The game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except
however,
that I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. I told you! It's because he just thought it's more fun! Dude, fuck this guy. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon a hint. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Yakua is just an asshole. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene. But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Oh my god. Of course. Hey, that's not true because I game over, so that's a lie. Yakua turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. Whoop!
Correct.
So that was your reason. You satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next? You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this is punishment, this despair. It's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? 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 Mean.
What the heck?
Mean.
Damn it!
Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly you understand me. Whew. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled
Ooh,
up.
it's so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Jesus. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship. It felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? It's the 16th high school student I know.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Monokuma's fucked up. We did it. Chapter 2's done. Only 10 of us left already. Jesus. To be continued. Alright, as soon as we get to a save point, we're done for the night. It's 1 a.m. Crazy diamond present. Holy crap. Yes, we gotta save. Alright, nope. That's it. Save one more time. We're done. Thank you guys for watching. I will be back Sunday with more Danganronpa. It's 1 a.m. I'm tired. So as always, go to bed.